Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play Tomba 2. It's me, TheBladeGamer, of course, and in the last episode we finished up the Town of the Fisherman area for at least our first visit. Off screen, really quickly, I got a water bucket because we are going to need it in the beginning of the next area, and right here is our first red treasure chest. Now, when you use the red keys to open the red treasure chest, you get items on the inside. The first item we get is the Fast Pants. These increase Tomba's speed. There are two pairs of pants other than the green pants that improve Tomba's speed. And this is the first one. Now, one thing you'll notice about this game is that the soundtrack is really good. Even loading screens for the next area are really great. One thing I forgot to mention about the boomerang when we got it is it has the unique ability to draw in items. So as you saw there, I grabbed that AP crystal by using the boomerang. This can be very useful when collecting AP crystals, but not much else. In here is a traveler. When you speak to him, says he's really thirsty. To save some time, I'm just going to go ahead and use the water bucket.
Thank you. You saved me. I've got to pay you back somehow. I've got it. I'll give you some information. It's supposed to be a secret, of course. Have you ever heard of the Tower of Courage? Well, there was something about a legendary tower that nobody can find anymore. In fact, I am on a journey looking for that very tower. There are all sorts of rumors about the fabulous treasures hidden in that tower. What do you think? Isn't it enough to stir your blood?
Alright, so apparently there's a Tower of Courage somewhere in this world, or realm, and we need to find it to get something really great. Now, if you talk to that miner at the beginning of the area, and yes, he's a miner, although he looks kind of like a soldier or a gladiator or something, he will tell you that you need to remove these cappers. These are called cappers right here. They're on fire though, so we need the ice boomerang in order to remove them from the area. Now, down here is a treasure chest that contains a quest item known as the power coal. Now, this is optional for the completion of the game, if I'm not mistaken, but since I am going for 100%, I am going to grab it. Now, the bird clothes, kind of the NPC gave you the, kind of told you the wrong idea when it came to the bird clothes. They don't make you float when you jump downward. They give you a short hover and then you drop like a rock. So it's not really that great. Also, there's an item that comes up later, a suit, that replaces it nearly instantly. Now, if you throw an enemy into this anemone's mouth, it catches him on fire, and if you put him out with the ice boomerang, it allows you to get an item known as the anemone's hot dregs. Now, you do not have to collect both of the anemones in the area in order to complete the game. You only need one, but you do need two of one type that come. Two of one types. There are two in the game. One is hot and the other is icy. So you will need two of one of those types in order to complete a quest. As you can see here, I'm just kind of taking damage for no reason as I am removing these cappers. Alright, so if you take off that capper, it opens up a branch down here. Now, one thing you're going to want to do really quickly is read this sign, which will allow you access to the trolley entrance. I'm going to... No, I didn't mean to go in there. Oh well. I meant to jump up here and grab these apples. I believe the blue apples give you 2 health, or vitality as it's called in this game. Now there are 2 chains that you need to pull in order to open the door to Coal Mining Town. Over here is an AP box. There's also one in the town of the Fisherman, which requires AP in order to be opened. You need a total of 2 million AP to finish, to get all of the AP boxes in the game. So, you're going to want to work on clearing events and collecting AP crystals if you want to 100% the game. So, now we need to move back and clear out some more cappers. There's one right here that is used to get an enemy's dregs. You need to let Tomba throw it automatically by hitting the ground, and that gives us the second enemy's hot dregs. Now, you pull this down, it gives you access to a flaming treasure chest, which contains magic wings, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it does. Alright, so a capper is over here that we want to remove really quickly, and just get rid of him. Now, one tip for grinding up experience or AP, if you're having trouble, every time you throw an enemy into a destructible object or another enemy, it will always give you 200 AP. So worst come to worst, just start throwing enemies into other enemies. Alright, here's a treasure chest that I wanted to grab right here, which has bird food. I'll grab these AP crystals while I'm at it. Get rid of this capper, which will allow us to float up some more. And there is a couple more down here. Alright. Try not to take damage from these things. Alright, and this is the last capper, if I'm not mistaken. And you need to do this if you want access to your friend Tabby's house. Alright, so down here is a banana, which you'll want to grab. If you pull down this chain, it will lower the drawbridge, which allows you access to hot water when we have a hammer later on in the game, which will allow us to hit the pump switch. But the thing you want to do now is grab the Mudball Surprise, which shows up when you pull down the chain on the right. If you lower the left chain all the way to the bottom again, and lower the right chain again, you will get a regular Mudball. Now, technically, you only need one, but occasionally you'll get unlucky and have to grab more than one. So what I'm going to do here is grab 3 of them in case I need more than one. So yes, as you can tell, this game is very platform heavy, but it has some quests. Honestly, I've never seen a game quite like this one. It's very innovative for its time. But unfortunately, the developers have gone out of business, and we will no longer see a game developed by Whoopee Camp again. Although that doesn't mean we won't ever see a Tomba game ever again. Someone just has to pick up on the development. Now, over here were magic wings. I forgot I had gotten them already. So, now that we're done removing all of the cappers and grabbing the few quest items we can, we need to head to the coal mining town, which is this way. Now, you do not have to remove the cappers that are not on pipes. You only have to remove ones that are on pipes. And that allows us access to Coal Mining Town. And this character is Gran.
To you, we can go home now. We don't have much to offer, but please feel free to stay as long as you wish.
Hi, Gran. Long time no see.
Why, hello there, Zippo. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
The machines in the town are finally running. Thank goodness. Tabby's door should be open now.
Tomba, quick! Let's go to Tabby's. Go straight ahead up the 2 sets of stairs, then look for the red door.
Come to think of it, I should get back into town too.
Well, Gran uses chains as suspenders. If that's not manly, I don't know what is. Alright, so this allows us access to the coal mining town. So this is the first 3D environment in the game. You are now able to use analog controls if you would like. Well, actually, you can use analog controls in the platforming, but when it's 2D, I have difficulty using it. So the first area I like to go to in here is this area right here.
What do you think? Is this a great pot or what? A master potter here in town made it for me a long time ago. Ooh, look at that gloss and that form. It's wonderful. Whoops. I've got to get to work. Don't touch that.
Well, what are we supposed to do when we aren't supposed to touch anything? We touch it. But we touch it twice.
I don't like this, Tomba.
Can't imagine. What's that sound? Oh! Oh no! My precious pot! And I like it so much! Ah! You didn't do it on purpose. It's alright. Things always break eventually. It's okay. It's not asking too much. Could you help pick up the pieces? I can't stand to look.
It might be better to leave it alone.
This gives us access to the clay spatula, which we can bring to the Master Potter, which is actually right next door, and give this to him to clear one of his quests.
I just can't understand the creative urge. I guess I can't do it without that clay spatula. Where did I put it? The last pot I worked on, I gave to that miner in the house across the street. What? I remember. It was in that pot. Fantastic! Now I can make you another pot. Oh, I forgot something important. Actually, I don't have any of the precious clay. Oh, my mistake. I sometimes got clay from washing clumps of mud in the machine room's washing machine.
Alright, so that is what the mud balls are for. You need to get clay from them. Alright, so now that we have these two events out of the way, I did not want to go back in here. Now that we have these two events out of the way, we can get a few more done. The first place we want to head to, right up here, is the kitchen, or the cafeteria, excuse me. Right here is a piece of big meat. Again, you only need one. It's up to you if you want to make more. If you read this sign on the left, it will allow you to make dried fish without having to go back to the house of that guy we gave the star-shaped cog to, named Ark. Now, if we run up here, we have access to Tabby's house.
Just as I suspected, she isn't here. Wait a minute, Tomba. You hear that noise? What the?
Hey, what's all this ruckus? What is that?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
That is one huge dirt ball. Why don't we use the washing machine in the underground machine room to figure out what it is? Oh, I almost forgot. There's a big hole at the entrance to the machine room. We won't be able to pass through unless we fill it up with something.
Alright, so now what we want to do, actually, let's grab this. Now this is an optional treasure chest. It just gives you a... Why can't I examine it? Okay. Okay. I don't really like the 3D environments in this game because the controls are awkward. So, what we need to do is fill up the entrance to the washing room with sand. And how we do that is by grabbing this wheelbarrow right here. The controls to this thing are pretty awkward. You press it in the direction you want to go, but that's not what's awkward about it. What's awkward is that the camera changes around on its own without any input from you. And it makes it very, very, very difficult to get to where you want to go without practice. Now, optimally, if you were going for a faster run, you would want to fill up the hole with sand before going into Tabby's house, which unfortunately I forgot to do, but that's okay. I'm not going for a speed run, although I would like to get this game done pretty quickly, considering it's only about a 5 or 6 hour game if done properly. So yeah, we need 3 wheelbarrows of sand. That's the magic number in almost all video games. There's 2 right there. So after we're done with this, we'll head back to Gran, so he will take the mud ball to the washroom. Well, the machine room, excuse me. Alright, so now we have that done, so let's go talk to Gran and Tabby's house. And that way he will be in the machine room.
Oh, good. The hole's filled. Let's find out what this thing is. I'll carry it for you, Tomba. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Let me know when you're ready. Make it quick, though. I want to see what this is, too.
I wonder what's under all that gunk. Let's go to the underground machine room and find out.